Alrighty, here we go. Bede 1.7. Si quidem. Since in this, must be from the last chapter when there was persecutions, Sanctus Albinus Passus, he suffered in these persecutions, concerning which the Presbyter Fortunatus, the priest Fortunus, in his praise of the Virgin, we got cum with double genitive, so of the blessed martyrs, so must be a work or a book or something, praise of the virgins with the blessed martyrs. These martyrs who from the whole world venerated, they came to the Lord, they all converted in Britain. He made a mention of this, and he ate, which means says, that's a quote, fecund Britain that's fertile, profert. So it's brought forth this special guy, Albinus, the Sanctus. Okay. Albinus, qui who, videlicet and scilicet are a lot of filler words here in this medieval period, just meaning to wit or being that. So Albinus, who was pagan still, when the mandates of this perfidious princes, the fides here would be the Christian faith, so they're against that sort of faith. So they savaged against Christians. So these the mandate or instruction was to persecute Christians. A clericum quendam, a certain cleric fleeing persecutors, this guy received into his hospicio as a guest, whom, while with continual orations or praying and vigils, so night and day, he saw this guy, the quam up here, he saw this guy studiously praying and being in the vigils day and night. Suddenly, respectus of divine gratia, divine grace, so he became respectful, he was looking at it, you might want to say, or influenced by it or touched by it. This example of the faith and of piety, he coepit, he began to emulate the piety of this guy, Elias, who was this quam up there. And blah, 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 by solitaribus exhortations, by a lot of encouraging, that's very helpful and salubrious, politum, gradually, little by little, he learnt these examples of the faith. He left behind the darkness of these idols, or of idolatry, and factus est Christianos, he became Christian, renewed in his heart. Cumque, and when the praefatus, the aforesaid, fatus meaning spoke, pre meaning before, so this cleric, the aforespoken cleric, aliquot diebus, aliquot doesn't decline, so several days, apud St. Albus, he was a guest, he was in hospitare. It reached to the ears of the nefarious prince that the confessor of Christ, this clericus fellow who was now a Christian, who not yet had a place deputados. He wasn't deputized as a martyr yet. He wasn't thought of or in any way a martyr because he hadn't died yet. Pens, he was laterating. He was laying hidden in the power of Albinus, the house of. That's a preposition or something like that. Undi, from which, a lot of medieval undes going here, just it's the next thing that happens. Start him immediately. This perfidious prince ordered his soldiers to inquire for him rather diligently, to go seek him. These soldiers who, when to the hut of the martyr, Pervenet, they reached, soon Sanctus Albinus, on behalf of his guest and his teacher, the guy teaching him about Christ, wearing his habitu, wearing his clothes itself, this is his caracal or his hood, in which he wore as clothing, he exhibited his self, which is 2 lines ago, to the soldiers, and Victus, bound up in ropes or something, he was perductus, he was led to the judge. Okay. impersonal, contigit. Usually means something favourable is happening, where kidit is bad. So it happened, moreover, in this hour in which, here we go, the judge, or maybe the courtroom here, which Albinus was being led passively to him. This judge was standing at the altar, and he was offering hostias, usually something like burnt victim or something, to the demons. And when he had seen, or when he saw Albinus, soon he was sacensus, he was burning with excessive anger, that himself, of his own accord, ultro, on behalf of his guest, whom he had taken in, was offering himself to the soldiers. So he's seen that he's substituted himself. And he'd presumed to give himself into this crimini, this crisis, turning point, danger. And to the images of these demons, to which he was standing at the altar of, he ordered him to be petrahied, to be dragged here to this altar with the images of the demons. Now there's a bit of inquit going on. So he was saying, because this rebel and sacrilegious guy, you have preferred to calorate, to hide, than to give to the soldiers, as a spurner of the gods, deservedly he shall pay a punishment, or the just punishment he shall pay for this blasphemy. And quae cumque, whatever supplication, whatever punishment ought to be going to him, you will have to solve it, you'll have to pay it. If from our cult of religion you aim at or continue to discutere, you've left our type of religion. Okay. A contemptor, might as well click on it. A despiser, one who looks down, who scorns, the scorning the demon gods of the ancient Romans, who disregards or pays no heed to. A couple of examples in Ovid, etc., so it's a common word. Okay, but Sanctus Albinus, who of his own accord had offered himself to the persecutors of the Christian faith, by no means he metwitted, and by no means he feared the minas, the threats of the prince. But Acinctus, girt up in arms of spiritual warfare or spiritual campaigns or something, openly he pronounced that he would not, says at the beginning, verb at the end, he did not want to parry, didn't want to obey the iusus, the orders of this prince. Tum judex, then the judge inquired, he said, of what family or of what genere are you, or of what more broad type of family unit are you? Albinus responded, what's it matter to you, what's it pertain to you, on that I'm born from any stirp's the lineage again, but if you desire to hear the truth of religion, me now to be a Christian, I'm now a Christian. Cognosce, imperative, singular. Know that to Christian duties, that's where my free time goes. That's what I do with my time. Said the judge, I query your name, I ask for your name, that without a delay insinuate it to me, or tell me.